play. Camp. Danger here for West Ham United. Ruddock goes across, and Sinclair. Trevor Sinclair beaten at the second attempt, though. And Bordiano will try and keep it in play. There's good trickery in there by Saban Ilia. There's movement on the West Ham United bench, I think. So perhaps we'll see a substitution imminently. And Camp sends it into orbit nearly.
There was nothing wrong with that ball from Stevie Lomas as he laid it up to Parlo, but he's got to come and get the ball, not allow defenders to come around him, because it's not allowing West Ham to get out their own half. They come around him, nick the ball, again they're at us, out of the West Ham defence. He's got to come and receive it, hold it up, bring the others into play, because they can't defend very well, and if we do get up in that last third, we're capable of creating chances.
West Ham trailing 1-0. They lost in Timisoara on their last visit. They went through handsomely 4-1 on aggregate 19 years ago, and it is going to be Joe Cole who comes on for West Ham. So much expected of the 17-year-old London lad. Won the FA Youth Cup last season. And it's going to be Paolo Di Canio who's coming off. And Joe Cole will replace the Italian, who hasn't got into the game in the second half and was booked in the first. What does this mean for West Ham as Frank Lampard Sr. gives instruction?
I think just a straight swap, Paolo Di Canio for Joel Cole. We just try and sit behind Paolo one chop. Maybe Paolo's carrying a knock from the couple of clumps that he got in the first half, but hasn't had his most effective game for West Ham. Been great for him all season, but tonight on this heavy pitch, he hasn't had the best of games.
Harry Redknapp was telling us earlier on in the afternoon how he has to weigh up in the balance the importance of up-and-coming Premiership matches too. And of course it's Middlesbrough at home, Sunderland at home on Sunday for West Ham. Joey Cole's shirt was being tugged and he's won a free kick. Lampard sets it up. He's got one shot on the edge of the penalty area, and Foe there too. Coming up, we'll have more on that substitution, on why Di Canio has gone off. That's not a night for bare chests. Onside! Chance here for West Ham! And Di Canio's touch let him down, and anyway, the flag was raised very, very late. One shot's touch eluded him in that penalty area. But there, that's the reason why the flag was raised. It was raised very, very late. And the chance wouldn't have counted anyway. Adam Dark's down on that touchline with more news. Why did Di Canio go off, Adam?
Well, he's gone straight down the tunnel, Jonathan. He did speak to Harry Redknapp about 2 minutes prior to coming off. Redknapp said to him, you've got to track back and help out defensively or you're coming off. He stuck to his word.
No injury there then, tactical it would seem. Mew. Good ball in by Roshu. Oh, here's a chance for Saban Ilia! 2-0 to Steaua Bucharest! And that could be so decisive. Saban Ilia, back here in his second spell at Steaua Bucharest, scores his 7th goal of the season, and that really could be a hammer blow for the Irons. 2-0 down, and this will leave a very difficult second leg for them.
Well, it was another good finish from Saban Ilia, but unfortunately it was a mistake by Stevie Potts as the ball come through. I think Stevie was a little bit undecided, and for some reason he's tried to touch it to Neil Ruddock. He was on his weaker left foot, Steve, just tried to touch it with the outside of his right, overcooked it, straight to Saban Ilia, and he fires across Xhaka. He's like, well, low down. Xhaka has no chance with that. Unfortunate for Stevie. I think maybe he should have just hooked it clear of his left peg, but on his weaker foot, he's just tried to roll it across the Neil.
Here's Lampard, though, with a shot on the edge of the Steaua penalty area. Saved, as we're seeing the goal once again from Saban Ilia. He's thoroughly enjoying this competition. It's his 5th goal in the UEFA Cup this campaign. Didn't really make it abroad when he went first to Fenerbahce and on to Valencia last summer. Foe not strong enough to stop the run in there from Bordiano, but offside anyway. This is the Lampard effort.
Good effort from Frank, wasn't it? Left foot just low down. Whitley saved it low down to his left, but a good effort from West Ham there. But they've really got to start, get hold of the ball now, get passing it, just calm it down for a couple of minutes. You don't want to end up out of it in this first leg already. 2-0 down, it's not the end of the earth, but they must keep in the game. They've got to start keeping that ball a little bit better.
This is Rio Ferdinand playing forward, inside left. Would have been offside anyway, I think, against Trevor Sinclair tracking back. Gallat, a fan of Steaua Bucharest, has just held up a note in front of us saying, "Sorry, we're simply the best tonight." We'll wait and see.
I think he knows where he can stick that note. He keeps showing it to us in front of us, but...
We'll just give him a little message. Go away, twice.
Something to do with your backside.
Now, this is Steaua in possession on the right. They look for Chikoye. And away it is for a West Ham goal kick. Well, Upton Park will certainly be a formidable test for Steaua in the second leg, and still, with Joe Cole on the pitch, anything's possible. Marvellous little player. Manchester United have always shown great interest in him, in his development. Alex Ferguson. Cole looks for one chop on the edge of the box. He was offside. Play on. Sinclair now looking for one chop. Second time. Whoa! What an opportunity for West Ham United. And the corner kick shows the deflection, possibly off the goalkeeper.
Well, the referee played on an offside decision there, but he let the play go on. It came out to Trevor Sinclair, just passed it down the channel, down to Paolo One-Chop. He just had to go the other side of Whitley, and I think that would have been a goal for West Ham, and the away goal would have been a brilliant one to take back to Upton Park. Showing again that they can create the chances. It's just a matter of defending properly and keeping the ball better.
Their third corner kick of the game. Poorly struck, out by Regenkamp. Now Steve Potts. Ferdinand has moved forward on this right side. Cole look for the one-two. If there have been doubts in the back of Rio's mind about his injury, whether or not he can put everything in tonight. Linkar and Duro. West Ham want to make a second substitution. Looks like Javier Margas is going to come on for West Ham United. And Steve Potts may be the man who goes off. Chance here for Dankielescu. Who was at fault there? The midfield player linking up with the front men again for the cross, or Chikoye wasn't in a great position.
Well, it was good movement again, wasn't it? Dankielescu getting beyond the front two again, but Marc-Vivien Foé just letting his runner go. Dankielescu getting the wrong side. Just sit in front of that back three, make it hard for them. You know, we're not making it hard enough for them in that middle area. They're coming straight at us down the middle.
So it's going to be Javier Margas who comes on, and has had something of a checkered West Ham United career so far. World Cup player with Chile, signed at the start of last season, then went home unhappy, has returned for a second effort at the English game.
Well, coming on for Steve Potts, I think that's a bit harsh on Potts. He's made that one mistake that's cost the goal. Javier Margas coming on the right side of the three in that central defence, so if he can shore it up a little bit. But feel sorry for Stevie. He's had a great season so far for the Hammers, but it was his mistake, and he'll be the first to hold his hands up. But you won't see him making many more of them.
Sinclair onto the pass by Cole. Batshu. They've been the better side on the night. Steaua Bucharest. She's still out there. Regenkamp, a little bit lucky. Duro. But despite the problems with the surface, it's a little bit slushy in patches, sticky in others. Steaua have made the best of it. Now John Moncur. Chikoye was the man on and clipped him. Lomas has Joe Cole just in front of him, and there's Moncur again. Now Lampard turns, Sinclair's wide. One chop in the middle. Foe joining him now. It depends on Foe to support one shot. This is Ferdinand. Back towards Shaka Hislop. Apologies for the technical problems you may have been suffering in the London area over the last few minutes. Problems for West Ham United. Worrying for Harry Redknapp out here. Not been the best of displays, has it really? Now Cole. Lampard. 2-0 down. Roshu and Ilya for Steaua Bucharest. Dan Chielescu on the challenge of Moncur. Bit of space here for Bordiano. They've eased their way into space, and they've used that space better than West Ham.
Yes, they've passed the ball better than West Ham. I think that's been the difference between the two sides. They've got a little bit better movement up front and from midfield, passed the ball better, even, well, despite this poor surface. It's tacky, but it's very playable. And I think the boys will be very disappointed with their performance so far tonight.
Chakoyo caught Lampard in possession. Dan Chielescu, Bordiano, and it was blocked by Marc-Vivien Foe. Moncur to Joe Cole, behind Sinclair though. Moncur. Away by Ruddock. Still under pressure from Cole. And there's Linkart. Should be Marc-Vivien Foe's touch. It's been disappointing, Foe, really.
A little bit, I think, you know, most of the boys have been, but I think they'll be disappointed themselves because they know they're a lot better than this. They're a good passing side, West Ham, but they haven't done it tonight, unfortunately. I mean, this occasion, they've done 8 games to get this far. They've had some magnificent performances that I've been witness to, particularly in the away legs of the games. But fittingly, this is the first time that they played away first, and they've just let themselves down tonight. But I say, there'll be no one more disappointed than the boys because they know they're better than this.
Game against Jokerit in mid-July, the earliest competitive start to an English season. They won it 1-0 and drew away 1-1. And Heerenveen beaten and Metz 2. They're still not out of this. Not with the Upton Park return leg to come. Memories perhaps of Billy Bond's goal. Or Goddard. Stewart cross in the 4-0 win against Romanian opposition back in that 80-81 Cup Winners' Cup run in the 4-0 win. Will stir hopes of a way through this tie in the second leg. But an away goal will be so vital tonight. Joe Cole left the leg in there.
I don't think nothing malicious. He's just gone for the ball, Joe. He's trying to slide, trying to get the ball in his desperation. Just a yard short, wasn't he? Just flicking it wide of him. Got second best of the ball there, but I don't think there was anything malicious in it.
Interesting also that Zoltan Ridley, who's had a good game in that Steaua Bucharest goal on his return to the side, was quick to push away Duro, who was trying to have words with Joe Cole. Bordiano. That's Savanillia, scorer of that second goal, which looks to be so very important at this stage. This is Foe. Midway through the second half, Margas dyed his hair claret and blue the other day to suit West Ham colours. I don't think Stuart Pearce has ever done that at any of his clubs, but Stuart, that second goal looks so important, doesn't it?
Yeah, at the moment I think we're treading a tightrope, to be honest with you. One more goal from them and to be fair, we could really struggle, not just in this match but in the tie altogether. I think we're desperate for the away goal, but saying that, it's so important that we don't play devil's advocate and go and concede another goal at this time.
Sinclair with the throw for West Ham United. Cole tracked by Duro. That's a lovely little wriggle. Break with the ball at his feet. Cross let him down, away by Bordiano. Neil Ruddock finds Margas. Big, hefty player on a surface like this. Lomas. Away by Bachu. Lampard in support, though. One shot. The overhead looks for Sinclair. It'll be Ridley. See, it's just stuck there like a pudding, the ball, as it bounced eventually towards Ridley. Curious atmosphere here as well tonight. The Steaua fans are trying to make the most of a cold, raw evening, but their noise and songs are being lost on the breeze somewhat. Big stadium, and it's nowhere near, well, I wouldn't even say half full. Bordiano looked for Dankielescu, and Moncur for West Ham United tidies up. Roshu, score of the first goal, and Chokoye. Lampard for West Ham. Lomas away. Dankielescu, who's found a lot of space. He's worked hard. So's Linkar in support. Roshu. He's again, look. They knew he'd be the fetcher and carrier in midfield. Mew was clipped by Paolo, one shot.
Well, they keep the ball so well, don't they? The midfield in particular, you've got Linkar in there, Roshu, Dankielescu, they're linking so well, just passing and moving, making it easy. Even this tacky surface is not stopping them, so we can't really blame the surface tonight. I just think it's been a night where we haven't passed the ball well enough. It's certainly not stopping them.
5 men in that West Ham war. Chokoyo's wearing 9. Regerkamp 8. He'll strike it. Bounced away off one shot. Now Linkar and Bachu. Romanian football at club level, trying to overcome the stigma of match-fixing scandals over the years and trying to get back to the sort of level it was when Steaua were winning the Champions Cup in 1986 and the Super Cup the year later. Reached the Champions Cup final, again only to be thumped 4-0 in the final by Milan. I seem to remember, this is Ruddock. Now Joey Cole. Sinclair making the run. It's not a very good ball. Dankielescu. So he tracked well with him. Well, when Aston Villa came here, the Christmas before last, they were 2-0 down and got a precious away goal. And in the end, 2 in the return leg won it. Savo Milosevic and Ian Taylor, I think it was, getting the goals. So still hope for West Ham here. Margas with the challenge, 2-footed on a surface like this, sliding in. Referee's always going to really favour the striker.
Yeah, just overstretched himself, didn't he, Javier Margas there? But I think as Stuart Pearce said back home, treading the tightrope. Just, we've got to keep this leg alive, sorry, the tie alive. One more goal and they could be out of it. Bring them down to West Ham. An evening game down at the Hammers, and I'm sure West Ham might be able to get back in it. Another goal, and it might prove beyond them.
Mew could well strike the free kick. Well, it comes away to Doro. And now Joe Cole for West Ham. Hurdles that challenge. And the effort from Duro. Looks for one shot. Headed down by Mew as he covered back. Saw those Steaua fans here. Only 10,000 expected in a stadium which can hold 30,000. A lot of them stayed at home tonight. The X-Files is on television over here. It's a huge favourite in Romania because they say that Fox Mulder in the X-Files looks like Dan Petrescu. And he's a massive Romanian hero, still is. Chelsea, they tell me here, the favourite English club amongst Romanian football supporters because of the presence of Petrescu. Buriano. Chikoyu pulling wide. Again a Margas challenge, goal kick. Maybe they could just step it up a little bit, Tony.
Yeah, they're in a difficult position, you know, get up the tempo a little bit, get on the ball a bit quicker and pass and move, the game that they know so well. At the moment, they're struggling to get it going. They've just had a little bit of a knockback with that second goal. They calmed it down a little bit now. I think, you know, it's very difficult to push on from here and go for that other goal because they might concede again. So difficult knowing what to do. But so far, Paulo One-Shot hasn't had much support since Di Canio's gone off. Joey Cole showed a few glimpses of his talent, but we haven't really got up the other end. Only that shot from One-Shot.
Here he is again, pursued by Batshu, who was too tight. Free kick to West Ham United. Lampard's rushing across to take it. Joe Cole a little bit more slow in his progression to the ball. And the referee says you're taking in the free kick in the wrong place anyway. Enric Genai, manager of Steaua Bucharest. Chance here for West Ham. Ruddock's in there and Ferdinand. He's kept well tonight, Zoltan Ridley. He's fourth choice here at the moment. Roshu, the captain, and first goal scorer. Illy is chasing that one. It just comes through to Shaka Hislop, who has had his moments on the edge of the penalty area this season.
He just stopped a little bit, didn't he? For one awful moment, I didn't think he was going to get into the penalty area. Rio made up his mind to let it go. Shaka thought he was going to skid on, but it didn't. Plopped up and thankfully into his hands. But that's what, you know, these balls over the top and beyond the centre of the defence, they can cause us problems. But I don't think West Ham have played up very well to the feet of Di Canio or One-Shot or Joey Cole tonight. Just playing in their own third a little bit, getting it nicked off them. And they're straight into West Ham.
Marius Luka is the man about to come on for Steaua Bucharest. Good run by Joe Cole into the penalty area. There's the cross, and One-Shot went for it with leg instead of head, perhaps.
Well played, Joey Cole. That's what we want to see him doing, running at people, committing them. They're just frightened to touch him in and around that area. And really, just a little bit too quick for One-Shot. I don't think he could have got head or foot to that. Maybe better off going with his head, but it just flashed past him too quick, and a good effort with them elastic legs, wasn't it?
Marius Lucha will come on, and off will go Saban Ilya, the scorer of the second goal. He's a little bit of a super sub here. Here's Luka, came into the side a couple of years ago, scoring 3 goals from the bench in 8 appearances that season in the Championship, and scored at the weekend in the 3-0 win with a header. Now John Moncur for West Ham. 14 minutes to go. One-Shot has covered a lot of ground up there, up front for West Ham. And with that game against Sunderland to come, one wonders how much this pitch would have taken out of the players. Sinclair, a good burst of pace here for West Ham. And Ridley, again, aware and quick to move in his 6-yard sticky area.
Well played, Trevor. He's very, very good when he's running at people. Not only is he quick, he's very strong when he's shoulder to shoulder. Brushes full-backs aside. Just got to the dead ball line, but unfortunately there's only Frank in the area, and he peeled off to the far post, and Trevor just couldn't get the power of his left foot as he was running away from the ball to stick it up on the far post. And, well, again, Ridley came out well and claimed it, but a good run from Trevor Sinclair.
And Joe Cole, bottom of your picture there. So much ahead of him. Batshu with a free kick for Steaua Bucharest. Linkar takes it off him and finds Buriano. It's the substitute, Luka. The name is Luka. And the throw to Steaua Bucharest. Margas behind the substitute. You see there just the dew forming on the surface of the pitch. That's been a problem here for the last 4 nights, and the cover has not been too efficient. Mew goes down. On the Cole challenge, Lampard brushed at him. And again the presence of Chikoyu Dankielescu on the edge of the penalty area, just walking away from the camera there, causing problems for West Ham. Danger with 12 minutes to go. 2-0 down, a third and it could be curtains. Ruddock away, Cole out. Now Mew, the last man back. 23-year-old, play left full-back as well as centre-half. Margas heads it clear. Lampard looks for one shot. Quickly on to Joe Cole. He's got the pace, but not the pace of Linkart. Still, though, has a chance. The ball got stuck. Joe Cole looks for Lampard, offside. It won't count. The West Ham fans celebrating in premature style. At least 2 yards offside.
Well, as Joe cut back onto his left foot, that was the signature for the back forward just to come up, and Frank unfortunately had made his run into the middle, I think, thinking Joe might come to his right and get his cross in. As soon as he come back on the ball, it was good defending really. They just stepped up, caught Frank offside, and I don't think there's any complaints there.
Luka